Hi, Carl Ford here with M2M Evolution in Santa Clara at the Sprint Open Solutions Conference. And I'm here with Steve Cary from Feeney Wireless, and you're the Vice President. Feeney Wireless, when I look at the name, it looks so nebulous to me, but you guys really are much more than a product company. You're really a solutions company. You want to talk about how you explain Feeney Wireless to the uninitiated?
Yeah, it's a great question, and often one of the most difficult things for us to do. At our heart, we are an engineering company. So that means we have a lot of technical people on staff, and we know a lot about the wireless technology and how it works. But really, it means we're a services company to all of our customers. We help out with our customers on our front end with a lot of consulting. We guide them through the process of how they want to connect the device in the field and how they want to use it. How are they going to get value from it? At the heart of what we do with technology and our engineering side is our integration capacity. So as a service integrator, we develop products, we develop new technology, we have patented technology, so we make things from circuit board layouts to software development, and we package that all up into a solution working with a broad variety of different people in the ecosystem. So it's another part of our integrator role is we try to condense that value chain, try to bring in some normalcy to it, so when a customer says, hey, I work with vendor A or vendor B, we can get that equipment for them and make sure it works with all the other equipment that they're going to get, both software, hardware, and accessories such as equipment, antennas would be a good example, cabling, all the little things that make up a solution but play no less vital a role in the solution and its performance. And after that, we are a service company that provides managed services, helping customers to support their installed base of connected devices. We help them roll it out, and the list goes on.
So let's talk about some of the places that you're rolled out and some of the different applications and what people are really taking advantage of you for. We got into the subject of vending machines at one point, but
Sure.
you wanted to also talk about this mixer. So let's talk about the mixed drink company. What do I
Yeah,
call
well,
it?
there's a great company in the Bay Area called For Real, and we've been working with them for a while. What they do is they sell frozen drinks in convenience stores. And these drinks are mixed up in a blender, which is resident at the convenience store. So when these drinks go into that blender, it mixes it up, and the person who buys it walks away with a refreshing drink. What happens when that blender breaks, that company is no longer selling their drink. So a big problem that they had was knowing when their blender was offline versus online. And so they wanted to automate that. So they connected their blenders, and we're helping them with that and manage their entire asset base of connected blenders. So what's interesting and exciting to me, as a consumer, I go into a store and I wonder what else in here is connected. And that's a great example of the many things in our world which are becoming connected, but we may not know anything about it.
Right, and so we've dealt with the drink side of the equation,
Yeah.
but you also brought up the example of the ambulance, and on the show floor we have an ambulance. So you
Right.
want to talk about how you guys are connected up to that?
Yeah, so we have a device that we make. It's called the CIRA, Cellular Internet Routing Appliance, and it basically, that's the technology. But what it does, it gives them the ability to make their ambulance into a connected vehicle. So when they turn that vehicle on, it's online. It's connected to their private internet. It also provides a Wi-Fi access point and also provides Ethernet connectivity to any network-enabled device through cable or Wi-Fi. And lastly, it provides GPS. And the other thing that they do with it, has what they call general purpose input-output ports. That means they can wire any type of sensor device through our product and control it. So an example of that is every time they turn on their lights for emergency, they know and they keep a record of when that light's turned on. That's associated with a GPS record. For them, it's important because it reduces their liability, enforces their driver behavior policy, and gives them a lot of insight into when lights are going on and what the state is. And so it really affects how they do business in a whole variety of ways.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Any other applications you want to talk about?
Well, there's, in addition to ambulances, we work with local to here, San Jose Police Department.
Okay.
The same device is resident in their police cars. They use it in a similar but different manner. They want to connect a bunch of different devices in their police cruisers and have the ability to know where the vehicles are. But primarily they have an onboard rugged notebook that they use to connect to criminal justice records databases.
Mm-hmm.
So access to data from the field is always important to them. But there's also this challenge that they have with undocumented drivers here. So if they pull somebody over and they don't have a license, how do they positively identify them? So they have handheld devices that capture their fingerprints. those handheld devices are Wi-Fi enabled devices that connect back through the car into their back-end systems to give them real-time verification of identity. To them, that system is just one way that they can scale in new technology as they think of it. So it may be fingerprint scanners for now, it may be other devices that they think of later. So they've got a whole platform just like the ambulance. So when that vehicle's turned on and officers go in about his or her business, they're online and they have the world at the fingertip, they have their office at their fingertips, and they can do just about anything they want through that system.
Cool, very interesting stuff. And once again, your role primarily is you basically are brought in by the customer at the very beginning of the conversation to get the engineering right.
We are brought in through a whole variety of ways, but often we're brought in at the beginning because the customer has a lot of questions of how does this work? What do we need to do? Or the customer is very mature and they know exactly how it works, but they want to reduce their risk and make sure everything is implemented and integrated perfectly. So they want a partner like us who's got a good track record. So the customers are becoming very adept and very mature and very knowledgeable about the space, but they know that there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of engineering expertise involved, so they want a partner that can help them to do that. And so when we work with Sprint, that's the good part of the story that I like to tell, is that they've got one face that they can go to in a partnership and say, I've got a solution I can get in my kiosk, in my car, in my connected anything. And I can get that up and online and I can start using it right away. And the barriers to doing that are low, and that's our goal.
Got it, got it. Steve, I really want to thank you for your time.
My pleasure.